Thank you very much for signing up for an smeMetrics account. I'm Oliver Nokia, one of the founders of smeMetrics. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be going through a video that shows you the features of smeMetrics and to show you how easy it is to use in your private practice. We pride ourselves on three factors for our clients. The first is that the software is simple to use. The second is that we're always available. And the third is our pricing is extremely good. So I'm going to log into the software and I'm going to log in with one of our demo accounts for an OT practice. The first thing that you see is a dashboard which shows you exactly how your practice is doing. And the key thing that I want to show in this demo is that everything hinges on a calendar. We know that practitioners love their calendars, and that's how we've designed the software. At the bottom you'll see exactly what the types of events are that you'll find on the calendar. So the different colors mean different things. So I'm going to create an appointment for a client, and in this particular case I'm going to assume that this client hasn't been in the practice before. So it would be a phone-in, for instance. The person's name is Thomas, and I'm going to put in the duration and the time of the appointment. And then I'm going to also put in what type of session this is. In this case it's going to be an OT assessment. And then also to show you that you can have repeat appointments as well. I'm going to select that and I'm going to say save. Immediately you'll see that the appointment is there. It's in a blue color. If I look at that actual event and I go to and click on the contact itself, there's certain information that we still need, things like the date of birth, and I'm going to now select those. And click save. And then just to show that you can actually have a responsible person for the account, so if Thomas was the child, I could put the parents' details there, and then it also asks for other information. I'm just going to enter the mobile number and also the email address, and then click on the save button. I can then enter the address information, and then importantly the medical aid information. The medical aid information obviously has to match up or else the claim will get rejected. I'm selecting BankMed in this case. The ICD-10 codes are also searchable, so if you're not sure what they are, you can search for them and get the correct one. You can enter a referring doctor and also next of kin. So now I'm kind of sorted with the contact itself or the patient itself. I go back to my calendar, click on the blue event, and if I now view that contact, I actually forgot about the notifications. So if I go back to notifications, I can send a reminder of this event to the client. I can also enable dunning and debt recovery, which I'll cover in a few minutes, and say save. So again, going back to the calendar and then clicking on the event, I can now generate an invoice. You'll see it'll come up with a pop-up. I'll say auto approve and auto mail and click generate, and within a few seconds this invoice is now created, and then it's sent off to the client, or if you selected to go to medical aid, it would have went off to medical aid as well. If I view that invoice, you'll see this is the format of it. You can obviously change the logo. Because it was an OT assessment, you'll see it automatically pulled in the line items, and this invoice is obviously not paid as yet. So going back to the calendar, if I click on that appointment, click on the invoice, you'll see the invoice number down there. Click on payment and put in the payment amount and the payment date and say save. You'll see now the invoice is actually set as paid. If I go back to my calendar, you'll see it's now a nice dark green. If I click on that contact again, I just want to show you statements. So I can select a statement for that particular patient. If I select the date range, click on refresh, then I can download that statement. The biggest thing between a statement and an invoice is a statement has a running total. So you'll always see a balance brought forward and a balance at the end. And then I can also email that directly to the client right there. And then just to close off, I want to go through the settings. So we covered lots of the main features of the software, but if I go through the settings, the user information, pretty explanatory. You can change the password. This is the important one, the My Business Info, and this is where you'll enter the details for the practice. And you'll see at the bottom it has also your details like your HPCSA number, registration number, and your practice number. You can also select to submit your medical aid claims via email or EDI. EDI does have a cost implication to it. If I go to the calendar info, you'll see that you can enable SMS notifications. Again, there is a cost implication to that. You can also change the locations for the practice if you have more than one. And then you can also use the feature for clients making their own bookings. This scares most practitioners, but it is available if you need to use it. Looking at the dunning information, so dunning is a process where the system would automatically send out overdue reminders to your clients. We also have debt recovery, but that is an added service if you need to use it. Looking at the invoice configuration, there's quite a few options here. The major ones are the enabled total due for the account, and also if you want to CC yourself on all emails sent out. And then your banking details are very important. You need to fill that in before you generate your first invoice. All emails that are sent by the software are all stored, well, the templates are stored here. So you can change these. If you don't like our wording, just change it to exactly what you want it to be. And the system will use that going forward. Invoice templates is a very important feature for us, especially for practitioners that have more than one line item on an invoice. To select it, you just click on it and you say open, and you'll see all of the line items. You can then change the amounts and the codes, etc. To create a new one, just click on new, enter the details. To add a line item, you just click on the plus button. And to remove it, just click minus, and then you click the save button when you're done. Reports, a very commonly queried item, and we have quite a few configured reports. To get a report, all you do is click on the download button. You can select the date range and download, and you'll see that the report is there, and then you can open that and view it. So that's the easiest way to do it. The system would automatically also email it to you on a pre-configured time. So, or you can just click on the mail button. But if I show you how to create a new report, you select one of the pre-configured reports, then you would select the frequency, the daily, weekly, or monthly, and then select the day, and then also the email address that the report should be sent to. And it's as easy as that. Going to your subscription information, you'll see exactly what subscription plan you're on. And then also importantly, if you're using the prepaid functionality for EDI and SMS, you'll be able to see your prepaid balance. And then also if you're on a trial account, you'll be able to see your trial end date. And then just wrapping up, the invoice logo, you can upload that for your invoices and statements. It has to be in exactly that resolution. If you have any issues, give us a shout on support and we'll help you through it. And then looking at your users, you can add multiple users to the account and give them different privileges like admin, support, or billing. Looking at this demonstration, you would have seen that we primarily go around the calendar, and the other thing that you would have seen is that it's extremely easy to use. Lastly, just wrapping up in terms of support, you can either give us a call, send us an email, which is our preferred option, to support@smeMetrics.com, or go to our website, and we've put most of the resources on that link that you see there. And that wraps it up. I really hope that I've conveyed the message that the software is extremely easy to use. We are available at any time that you want to go through the software and see how it will work in your practice. But going through this video, you would have seen it's actually very, very easy to use. And we hope to see you using the software and it making a huge difference in your practice.